Hello everyone, I'm Rachel and I welcome you all to Executive Corner Expert Talks. Today I'm speaking with Hamed Ghajarnia. Hamed is the founder and CEO of CRINNAC, a product development company. Here at Kalkine we bring you industry leaders, successful business owners, market and equity advocates, all under one roof to help you discover the insights of the stock market and help you understand how you can create multiple passive income streams. A very warm welcome to you today, Hamed.
Thank you very much.
Great to speak to you today. Now, firstly, what can you tell me about CRINNAC? What inspired you to launch this business?
We always like to work with startups and individual inventors to help them bring their ideas into life. That's something that I was working towards in most of my professional career, doing the product developments and bring some great creation and innovations into life. So that's something that I loved, and I love helping others to bring their dreams into life.
Excellent. So what are the key product development strategies that you follow at CRINNAC?
Before starting CRINNAC, we have started another company called Dream Launch, and that's, as its name says, we help people bringing their dream into life. What we realized working with most of these inventors and startups was that as they're saying, hardware development is hard, and there's a very long and overwhelming process that someone needs to go through, from ideation into concept design, engineering, prototyping, and commercialization, which we try to cover and help them sort of end to end. But the issue we found out was that one of the main points that lots of these people stuck in and have issues is mainly in the end of the process, when they have the design or prototype, but they don't know how to bring that into a manufacturing. So they really manufacture the product that they already designed or they dreamed of. That is our expertise. That's something that we have a very good team of ex-engineers that they already have manufacturing experiences, and we can help them do that. Plus, we're working also with established companies. So if they have a new product development process they want to do, if they want to do R&D, if they have a project that they have a technical gap, instead of them hiring engineering teams for that specific project, we can get involved and help them filling their technical gap.
So what made you make the leap from Dream Launch to CRINNAC, and how was that transition?
The main reason, as I said, was that we found out, that end process, when you have all your design and developments ready, is crucial. So you need to know how to bring a product into the manufacturing, what is important in there, knowing the language of manufacturing, knows what's important in terms of raw materials that can be used in manufacturing, the design details, which is important when you give a design into the manufacturers, or the processes that needs to consider. So those are the things that we are considering when we do the product development ourselves, not only focusing on the product, but the whole journey. Knowing that helps us a lot to make sure that the product we develop or help designing and developing can be manufactured later. And that is the focus and one of the main reasons that we are transitioning from Dream Launch into CRINNAC, to helping in that end section, mainly supply chain and setting up for manufacturing.
And you've mentioned it slightly there, but in your opinion, what do you believe is essential to develop a product successfully?
Apart from the whole process of product development, what is very important, and I say to lots of our clients when we discuss with them, is focusing on their market. Because when you have a dream of a product, an idea of a product development, of course, one thing that can be easily forgotten is looking into who going to be your final customers, who you want to sell this product to, what their needs are, what what's problem you want to solve with this product. So there is the process called customer development. That's something very important that anyone working on new ideas needs to doing. And that approach tells you a lot about what you need to consider in your product in terms of definition and functions and features, which when you have the product ready, then your market wants. About 80% of the product failures, and that's a very, very big numbers, is because there is no need exactly for the product that you develop. And that requires those attentions to the market.
Well, that absolutely is a large figure for people to consider. And looking at the case of startups, Hamed, what's your expert insights into ideation and how to protect valuable ideas that someone might have in the case of a startup?
There are five important parameters for any startups that needs to consider. One, and very important one, is of course idea, but then there is teams, business models, funding, and timing. Idea is something that everyone started with, and that's really very, very important. Of course, there are ways to protect your idea. So you can, for example, look into registering your idea or design or do the patenting. But one important thing you need to consider as a startup is that not for any project it's necessary to look into or be worrying about protecting your ideas, because as I said, especially for hardware development is really hard. So it takes a lot of effort, and it can be really very long and overwhelming with lots of energy and passion that you need to put in to make an idea a dream, a reality. So of course there are ways to control and protect your ideas, but you shouldn't be worried, and not always it's necessary to spending a lot of money on that. There are a lot of other factors which is very important and we need to consider, and then that give you success.
And lastly, Hamed, obviously COVID has changed a lot of ways that some businesses work. With this in mind, what product development trends do you anticipate for the future?
I believe, based on what I see, as you said, there was a lot of changes in what happens after the COVID, that we are moving more and more into a digital transitions. So I believe deep tech, as a general terms, are the more trends for most of the product developments that's going to happen. In a specific terms, I believe there is a lot of activities and trends towards areas like medtech, agtech, sport electronics, consumer IoTs, and the product that goes into aged care or disability industry.
Well, Hamed, it's been very insightful to chat to you today. Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
With that, I will sign off for today, but watch this space for more. Till then, stay apprised and invest wise with Kalkine.